When we think about 2050, it seems like it is ages from now and we imagine a completely different world. But in reality, it's just 30 years from now and we can already know what will be possible to have by that time. The working world will be very different too. The vision of the future for workers tends to scale from a nihilistic view of the robots taking our job to the utopia of the eradication of repetitive tasks using artificial intelligence. We have a lot of environmental and social problems, and we hope they will be resolved by 2050 and that a completely new era will come. Welcome to the Next Tech Ventures channel. In today's video, we'll talk about what the world will look like in 2050 and what technology will develop then. Before we start, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel. Press the notification button to not miss more videos like this. If you've done all this and you're ready for the world of the future, we can start. You've probably heard about artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence will be a norm and will be included in all devices and any environment we find ourselves. Google DeepMind. Most AI machines will become human intelligent that will think and act like humans instead of doing mundane, repetitive tasks. Robots will see a maximum increase in AI enhancement by 2050. Also, an increase in universal translators will decrease language barriers. It's rumored that it will be possible to reincarnate people through artificial intelligence. Sounds scary, I know. However, that will bring back our relatives. Scientists will be able to send nanobots into people's brains to extract memories of loved ones. Augment that with a DNA sampling of the deceased, and it will be possible to create a convincing virtual version of somebody who's passed on. Did you say virtual version? Then no hugs, right? In the year 2050, technology will dominate the workplace with artificial intelligence and smart assistants becoming commonplace, while the use of augmented and virtual reality continues to increase. Everything will be smart, connected, and data-driven. The vast majority of us will continue working the same way we are today, but the jobs on offer will not have yet been invented. Emotional intelligence and human skills such as perpetual learning will be crucial for leaders to possess, as well as fluency with the latest technologies. Work will increasingly become more fluid as some employees will be virtual, some will be full-time, some will be bots, and we will all be working non-fixed hours. Non-fixed hours mean more time for yourself, for socializing, and for family. Sounds great, doesn't it? So since artificial intelligence and non-fixed working hours will relieve us of stress at work, then we'll have more time to travel. But have you dreamed of space travel? According to Business Insider, space tourism could be feasible in 2050, but likely only for the very wealthy. Rocket companies like Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin and Elon Musk's SpaceX will push the envelope with space travel enough that tourism will be feasible in the year 2050. That trip will cost up to $100 million, and tourists will stay in orbit for a week. It's not very cheap, is it? And while some travel through space, robots will work on the Earth for them. Maybe robots will compete with humans. The computers that make up their artificial brains will execute 100,000 billion instructions per second. We will achieve the initial objective of robots described so much in science fiction novels. Robots will move autonomously and have the intellectual capacities of a human being. There's also concern that robots may replace people working in the health sector. Indeed, in the field of pharmacy, the profession of medicine and nursing will be threatened by robots due to the emergence of new technologies for diagnosing diseases. It looks like robots will have the same rights as humans. Maybe people will have chips like robots, so they won't be strangers to each other. The technology of implantable devices in the form of a chip is under development and is expected to be available in 2050. Mobile phones will be able to be implanted in the human body, and this data implementation will make the functionality of the device more accurate. What we use every day as a smartphone will be under our skin. That is genius. At least we won't think about where our phone is and whether we lost it somewhere. It will always be with us. And at the end, we'll talk about one really interesting innovation that we will have in 2050. You've all heard of cosmic dust and you know what it is. But have you heard of smart dust? Here's what it's about. Smart dust is a swarm of incredibly tiny sensors which would gather huge amounts of information such as light, vibrations, temperature, etc. over a large area. Such a system can theoretically be put in communication with a server or with an analysis system via a wireless computer network to transmit said information. Potential applications include detection of corrosion in aging pipes before they leak, for example in drinking water, tracking movements in cities, or even monitoring climate change over large areas. Very impressive, right? It looks like this will be the only dust that won't bother us. We're aware that technology is constantly advancing, and this is only a fraction of what is yet to be developed. It's amazing what all people have managed to create. We're looking forward to the future and its technologies, and we believe that with the help of this technology, it will be easier to live and work. What do you think? Are you looking forward to robots that will be able to work for you? Tell us your opinion in the comments section below. We'd love to hear it. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notifications so you don't miss the next video. Hope you enjoyed today's video. See you soon.